Hi guys, welcome on back to the Unorthoblocks server, and I have been very busy. I'm just going to literally jump straight into a time lapse now, and you're going to see exactly what I've been up to. I'm really happy with what I've done. I think it looks really good, and yeah, after the time lapse we'll jump in and have a bit of a look, because I did a bit more work than is actually in the time lapse, but roll clip. So, as you can see, we have come along and built up a really nice little garden. I really love this design, and it's a bit of a twist on something I found on Pinterest, so I have no idea who actually designed the original thing. But yeah, I've changed it like a little bit, but yeah, it looks really great, I think. It's just like a little plant potter. Yeah, it's just a nice little garden. We got a little cooking area over here. I decided to put the campfires underneath and have campfires that aren't on fire on top, just to make it seem more like you could actually cook things on it rather than it just being a complete open flame. A little seating area over here with sea pickles acting out as cups, and there's a flower pot there to act as a cup as well. But here's the thing that I'm really quite happy with. We've got custom trees. If you've watched my single player, you've seen me build a lot of custom trees. I've actually used this design before as well, so it wasn't too overly complicated to come up with. I do love the design, which is exactly why I used it, but I love this. We got a little, well, it's supposed to be like a rope swing. Obviously, we don't really have rope in the game, but yeah, I really love the way that this one's come out, and I think that looks really great. And yeah, this is basically what you would have seen in the time lapse, so let's not spend too much time talking about this. What else we did to this is we've added a load of like little plant potters up along the windows, just like, you know, using various different plants just to sort of make it a little bit more interesting rather than just having the same thing all the way round. I had a load of plant pots around the fountain there as well, because I think that looks pretty cool. And I have this little tree design, which I think is great. So it's a plant pot with a dead bush in it, and then you just put your leaves on top, and I think that looks really great. I'm a little bit worried that I've gone a little over the top with what I've put around the edge of the inn, but I also do really like it. We'll see what LadyBex thinks about it, but yeah, I didn't want to add anything to locations where there were no windows, because I don't know whether she's planning on putting windows in. I think there's still some rooms that she's working on from the little tour that we had. Coming along down the side, there's just more plant potters on the top windows, and we just got like a row of the trees. I figured this would be quite a neat little section just coming along the main path. You wouldn't get anything too sort of out there. And then at the back here, we've just got like a little tree centerpiece that's not in the center, but that's just because of the way the land is. I didn't fancy terraforming an entire river just to get this bang in the center. And yeah, I'll just put some plants around the edges there. So, you know, we haven't gone too over the top, or it's kind of hard to say. Sometimes I feel like I oversaturate builds by putting too much of this sort of stuff in, but actually I think this looks okay. If anything, actually, this side still looks a little tiny bit flat. But again, if she adds more windows in, then that's just going to help out, basically. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with the overall look so far. If she wants me to add more to it, then I will. If not, then I won't. Because there's one thing I think this would sort of really suit is some sort of bay windows in some of the sections. Because it just add like an extra layer of depth to it. But yeah, that's completely up to her. I don't want to alter the actual look of the build. Even when I built this like little planter thing here, I thought this might be going over the top a little bit. So we've got campfires up there, and we've got just a load of leaves that are supposed to be acting as ivy running down. And I was a little bit worried that that may have altered the build a little bit too much. But I do think it looks really good, and I really hope that she does like what we've done with the place. And I really look forward to seeing what she's going to do with our interiors. Right, now we need to find something to actually do for the episode. I was considering over here, we could build like a little stables sort of thing. And again, that would be something that could tie into her inn, because it gives people a place to hitch up horses. Not that I think anyone actually uses horses in the game, to be totally honest. Yeah, so at the end of the last episode, I went off end raiding, and I got a load of stuff. I've already completely worn out my elytra. I need to put mending on it and go and get it fixed. Flying on the server is really, really difficult. It just doesn't want to work, and you can see people are just really, really advancing now. I mean, we've got beacons. This little bit of terraforming here looks great. This is Toby's. And yeah, it looks really cool. He's got some nice little custom trees going on over there as well, and I love them. I think they're great. It's a really cool design. Mighty High obviously has been doing this. I think we had a look at this either in the last episode or the one before. I don't actually remember. But yeah, that just, again, it just looks really, really cool. And everything just keeps getting bigger and bigger. There's one other thing that I've been sort of thinking about. Mighty High has built like a beast of an iron farm now, and my tiny one is kind of obsolete. So our iron shop is probably going to go out of business pretty quickly. I did make another 16 diamonds on it, and that was off of the stacks of blocks rather than the ingots. So I feel like just selling the blocks is probably best. But we do have the gold farm now, so I could just repurpose this chest to be gold blocks. But we're not really producing a lot of gold either. I think I just need to do like a mammoth AFK session there, and that should get things going. I'm not going to have a crafting table in here, am I? No, well, yeah, I'm just going to break these down into blocks and pop it in here. Can I do it? No, I can't. Of course I can't. Yeah, so I'm just going to do that, and then we're going to come up with something that we can do for the episode, because we've still got some time left. So, yeah, maybe we should fix this. I probably won't. I just don't want to go and get the pieces. I built this manual storage system quite a while ago, and I am not using it properly. I mean, everything's just become a mess. Originally, it was all organised, but, I mean, I just dump everything everywhere. Yeah, I really need to start working on getting an actual automated storage system going, because this is what I'm like. I just do not organise things properly without one of them. I like to just run up to one or two chests and just dump everything in and have the system do it for me. So we're definitely going to be working on that pretty soon. One thing I did manage to get hold of was a whole load of slimes. I went back to that little slime farm that we made, and I think because Edge has sort of just been around there working in the desert area, it's just generated us a load of slime, which is great. But yeah, still at a loss of what to do right now. I'm pretty much the only person online. That nerd and Mighty High are both AFK, so I need to come up with something. I think I want to build another shop, but not a shop as such as a shop. It's more of a sort of gimmick sort of thing, and I don't want to put it in the shopping district. I'm very, very tempted to put it down here, maybe. or maybe over here where we said, not over there because we said about potentially building a stables there. But yeah, essentially what the idea is I want to build like a peddler's cart and just sell things like suspicious stew out of it. Just silly things. I mean, I'm not going to expect to make any diamonds out of it. Ideally, if I'm going to do it, I want to put it somewhere where there's quite a bit of traffic. Things seem to be going on over here at the moment. Looks like that nerd's back. Yeah, so there seems to be a lot. These bushes, I always get stuck in them. There seems to be quite a lot going on over here at the moment. I finally got that line out. So we could potentially put it over here. And I know that there is a sort of plan to put some docks in the future over on the other side of that hill. So this could be a pretty decent location for it. Yeah, I think if I was to do it though, I'd have to do a little bit of landscaping. Naturally, I could just put it here. That would also work. And I seem to recall, actually, I need to build a willow tree. Let me just build a willow tree. I mean, it's certainly not our best tree that we've ever made, but it does the job. Actually, I think it does look pretty good. It's a little bit square in a few places. Probably need to actually add a few more layers of leaves on this side just to thicken it out a little bit. But yeah, in fact, actually, let's just do that real quick. Where are my leaves? I use dark oak leaves for this one. There is a lot of lag on the server at the moment, which is funny because there's only 2 of us online now. So how are we going to do this? Like, maybe if we did that instead, that still looking a little bit square. It might actually be these ones that just kind of need to go, and we can bring that down like that. Yeah, so the only other thing I really want to add to this is just some vines, and that should also help it out a bit. Yeah, these berry bushes are driving me a little tiny bit insane. But yeah, so that is cool. We've got one willow tree in place, and I need to... I don't know why I stuck that down there, actually. That was a little bit weird. That block will do. And let's fill that in. So yeah, we've got a nice little willow tree going on. And excellent. We've built something for ourselves this episode as well. Still don't know what to do with myself. So, still not knowing what to do with myself, I dug a big hole. This is actually a slime chunk. So, I am going to make another slime farm. This is a lot closer to home, though, and should be active way more frequently. So, eventually, we'll probably be able to sell slime, but I imagine other people already have slime farms. What I'm going to do as well is clear out a large area here, and then we can sort of start working on building up an actual storage system, because we desperately need a storage system going. This still isn't going to be my main base, I don't think, but I do want to hang around in this sort of hometown area for a bit longer. Like, I don't want to run off now that we've beaten the dragon and just like go and build elsewhere. Yeah, I just think it'd be cool to sort of fill this area out a bit more before moving away. So I am going to be building a storage system here, and I'm also, I think, going to hollow out a load of space sort of like next to almost, or probably directly below what's going to be on this level. Yeah, that makes sense. A little creeper farm. Maybe nothing too over the top. I don't really want to be the guy that supplies rockets, because I imagine everyone will then be like, hey man, we need more rockets, and I don't want to be that guy. I want one that can supply me personally for a little while, and then when someone else builds a creeper farm, yeah, that can supply me, because in my experience, creeper farms actually really don't work that quickly, so yeah, we'll leave that to someone else to do. Anyway, I need to clear this space out and come up with an idea of how I want the layout of the room to look. So yeah, let's get that done. So I have been pretty busy. I've cleared out a massive space here, and yeah, basically we've got a double slime farm hooked up at the moment. So we have got slimes coming through. It's not too quick. There is quite a few of us on at the moment, so this would be a lot quicker if I was to be on my own. But it is coming through, which is great, and that's a double slime farm. This room here is basically just going to wind up being all of our like little farms that we need basically. So I'm gonna have the slime farm here. We'll have maybe like a sugarcane farm. Definitely want to get a creeper farm hooked up, as I said, and then maybe I don't know a cactus farm. I don't know, something. And then yeah, we can just do a load of storage along this side, or maybe even that side. I don't know. It doesn't really matter which way. Basically, this is just going to become like a bulk storage area. I don't think I'm really going to do any more work on this one today, because I have spent a very, very long time digging the area out. I did borrow Toby's beacon. Which was very, very handy, and I really appreciate that he lent it to me. But yeah, this place is pretty huge all the same. Originally, I was going to build the creeper farm here until I realised actually I need to put my iron golems in there, but there we go. So yeah, it's just a double. So it should be fairly efficient, and it is built over the main area, so we should see quite a lot of drops come through, even if we're offline and other people are online. It should just be fairly consistent because there's still a lot of people around here. I keep breaking my ender chest, and yeah, I basically need to go and get some ender pearls, make some eyes of ender, and make another one. And I'm probably going to make a bunch more as well while I'm at it, because I keep breaking them and I just don't really know why. Yeah, let's just make sure we've actually got things coming through though. I'm going to stand here and watch for a little bit. Okay, yeah, so this is working. It's actually not really taking too long. I did realise that I needed to put a block of ice in there just to keep the items moving along. Eventually we'll set this up properly, so we're using glass panes and the sea pickle trick just to make sure everything works properly, and it will be a looping system, so we won't ever really have any loss, which is fantastic because we don't want to lose anything. So yeah, I think for now that's all I'm going to do with this. I might make this look like a science lab. I'm not 100% decided. If you're wondering why the hoppers up there aren't going into anything, it's basically because eventually I'm going to have to turn this into an auto sorting system. Otherwise, it's just not going to work out. I'm basically going to have all of the items feed up eventually into the same water stream and then do the same loop. So we're going to have to set that up properly eventually. So what I think I really would like to do now is actually start working on that peddler thing that I was talking about. I just think it'd be a pretty cool idea. Like, I'm always thinking about this scene from Fable whenever I come up with this. I've thought about doing this a few times. Yeah, there's a scene from one of the Fable games where right at the beginning, this carriage comes along and is trying to sell dodgy potions and stuff like that. And in here, I believe, yeah, I've got some suspicious stews. So what I'm probably going to do before I actually open it up is just make and gather as many suspicious stews as I possibly can and just sell things like that. And I might sell rotten flesh, but rename it to healing potions. Again, as I say, it's kind of just a gag. I'm not really expecting to make diamonds off of this build, but I think the build could wind up looking really cool, and I just need to find a place to put it. Maybe there. If I can steal that water source away and pack it up, then putting it there might be a good idea. Yeah, so I think I need to actually go into a creative world and do some testing. But first, let me fix up my ender chest situation. Figured we should come to the iron shop and check out what's going on here. So we have made some more sales. So 24 more diamonds. Now this shop has been really profitable for us. However, we can't restock it at the moment. My iron farm just is not delivering any iron to me. And I've got a bit of an issue in that this is all of the iron that I've got left. I've got some that I'm sure I can smelt down, but yeah, not looking great on that front. Not entirely sure what to do about that one either. I guess I'm just going to have to stay AFK overnight and see if anything actually does wind up coming out of the farm. Hopefully it does. Hopefully. Yeah, so, as I say, into a creative world. I'm actually really, really happy with this. I think it looks really good. Well done me. I'm going to give myself a pat on the back. So, this is our finished peddler wagon. I'm not stocking anything yet. It is coming soon because unfortunately I am completely out of time now. This is probably going to be it until after Christmas. But yeah, I really, really love this design. It is a little bit of a play around of another design. I've made like a whole bunch of changes to it. I believe it was a mythical sausage design, but then I'm not sure. You kind of Google search Minecraft wagon and you get loads of different things. But yeah, it's certainly not the same design. It's definitely inspired by, but really, really happy with the way that this one looks. And eventually we're going to have like a little stall out the front here that's going to be selling our wares. The inside here is just basically our sleeping quarters. I want to put like an armor stand there with some armor on it, just so it looks like there's somewhere to hang up your clothes at the end of the day. So this would be the back of the carriage, and that section over there is the front. Probably need to get a few horses around here just to make it look like it was actually pulled here. But yeah, that's all I've really got time for today. I really hope you've enjoyed the episode. Really happy with the work we did on LadyBex's bit, and yeah, I think everything is coming up Millhouse, as it were. So I hope you guys have a really good Christmas, and I will catch you on the flip side.